Yeah, the heat got you
Buenos
tripping.
noches, everyone.
Happy hot summer.
Happy hot day. Happy hot.
This wasn't even the one.
Happy hot.
We got some rain today, but
It was hot though. It was sizzling rain coming down on you.
yeah, it cooled down though comparatively.
Really?
But what's going on, family? I think we're a couple of minutes late, but we still gonna wait for a few of y'all to come in. How y'all doing this evening? Put a little bit of a tilt on that, all right?
All right. How was your day today?
Crazy.
We'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
My day was good. You know, we moved into the new office across the street. And we got a little settled. I had 1,200 boxes, and nobody thought I could get it done. I got one more box left to go.
What about your AC?
AC, I was hot in a mug, but I had two
Did a
fans
move.
going. Two fans, one from the back, one from the front.
These companies, the county, I'm not even going to talk about y'all while I'm on this live.
First of all, I'm getting a paycheck. So however,
Hallelujah.
wherever, desk or no desk, paycheck
right.
is signed and sealed
You right about
and
that.
delivered.
That's why I said I'm
Thank
going
you,
to
Jesus.
just chill right here. Hold on. I ain't going to say too much.
No, we're going to be grateful.
Oh, yeah.
Grateful.
But God bless you all. I'm thankful to be on. It's been a minute. It just always seemed like
April, I think, was our last go.
we got squad on this Reignited Marriage team,
man.
Welcome everybody. Like, that's one of the things I be wishing I could get a chance to meet each of you face to face, just as far as the admin, those of us that come on. And then, you know, of course, I would love to see everybody. Also, I think the last time we talked, I was saying we got to do some type of get together.
Mm-hmm.
But
this is how we get together in the meantime.
But salute to all those that come on and give your
yes.
time and, you know, speak about marriage. And, you know, we all have different ways to do it, but I love the variety. I love the levels of education with it, you know, especially, you know, being on the side of the ministers and pastors and things like that. It's awesome to see. And I really, really appreciate it. And, you know, little old me, I've been here just enjoying it. Love sharing about marriage. I'm usually in the last few times I've been really aiming at keeping the positive light of it all, like focusing on how to make it good. So that kind of...
Yeah, so I just got my book
a
couple weeks ago. I know,
Booyah!
I don't know if you can read it right. Date Night on Purpose. This was written by Conrad and Jennifer Deese. Thank you so much for my book. I won this in one of Reignited Marriage calls, so it pays to be present and to be paying attention.
Yeah.
Cause this just popped up. Hey, we're gonna have a giveaway. I was like, I got lucky. So thank you, Jesus. And so I used it right away. This is kind of our subject of the night is dating. And the many ways you can find out how to date. And I don't know if we're going to get right into this right now, or we're going to pray first. And
we'll pray. Let's do that first.
All right, we're going to pray first, and then that was just a little touch.
Lord, we thank you for this evening, God. We thank you for giving us an opportunity to be on live with the rest of the Reignited Marriage couples.
Yes, God.
And all the ministers, everybody that's part of this, God. We thank you for the opportunity. We thank you also, God, just for another day, giving us a day to be alive, praise you, enjoy our marriage, God,
yes,
and
Lord.
Be a witness to those who may not be married yet, or they might be new in marriage, or, you know, some that have been in long-term marriages and still need to reflect and go back and see some of the things that might work differently for them, God. But
well, all right. Okay, so again, I got my book last week. For those of y'all who are just joining us, this book is called Date Night on Purpose. It's a planner and keepsake journal. And this was written by our own Conrad and Jennifer Deese. And again, I won this on one of our Reignited marriage calls. And again, I'm going to say it pays to be present and to be paying attention. So I paid attention, I showed up, and I won this book. And I'm so grateful for them for sending it to me, to us. It is our book.
It says date night. It ain't for somebody else, right?
It ain't Doris's date herself night. No, it's date night. Yes. So anyway,
let me say this.
Oh
too.
yes.
So I know she really got into the date night book thing, but without the book, I was thinking for myself just how to keep the fun and the life, right? Because anything positive, anything good, anything with value, lifting each other up, that gives you life in your marriage, right? And so that's what I was thinking about. But then she got the book, and it plays right into it because you have to be intentional, man. It says on purpose, meaning that you're going out of your way to do something versus, she want to go, I don't really want to go, but I do it anyway. I want to go, she don't really want to go, but she do it anyway. And you like halfway there. You're not even into what is going on. But doing it on purpose, you're looking to do something that you both would enjoy. Together you plan it. Together you make it work. And hopefully it's enjoyable, right? Hopefully it brings fun and action and some liveliness into the marriage. I know it does for us.
How you doing, family?
Hey, man, you gotta call me. You gotta call me.
So what I did when we first got this book, it came in the mail, and I was like, "Ooh, my book is here." I mean, our book is here. Anyway, so I immediately opened it up, and thank you for my little autograph too. That gave me a little autograph and wishing us well and everything. And so the first page, it is. Where do we go? I know they talked about their book before, but I want to talk about it because I'm happy about this book. It has a place for you to plan. And it actually does tell you who's planning the date. And so you circle me, my spouse, or the both of us. In this case, it was a quick, let's hurry up and make a quick date decision.
Yeah, it was like the day that the book came, right? Or was it like...
The day the book came, we made the decision that in about 3 days we were going to go to the movies. So we was like, okay, let's go on Tuesday. We made the plan, and it'll walk you through all the steps to be intentional on how you plan this date, right? So that was the first thing. What are we gonna do? We're gonna go to the movies, and we're gonna watch this. And I even wrote down what movie theater because it's pretty much our favorite one. And when we go on Tuesday, it's a discount.
I gotta be smart.
And so that was another thing is asking what day, what time, and then what do you need to bring to prepare, or what do you need to prepare for this date. So I had put I can't read my own writing because I took my glasses off, but reserve the seats. So we needed to reserve. We needed to pack some peanut M&Ms because I need to eat those, and we need to I put those in my purse. And sorry about that. It just happened to be in my purse already. All right, so and the Raisinets.
The outlines of it, and we could talk about each thing.
And so then we did how much will it cost? So we went on discount, so we knew what it was gonna cost. I already know what popcorn and the soda's gonna cost, so we wrote that down. And then it says, why are we doing this date? And I put move or have a good time together away from home and enjoy a new movie. So we chose Mission Impossible because we haven't been going to the movies because there haven't really been anything good out there.
Not that we wanted to go see. That's another thing, right? Like when we decided to go to the movies, it was because there was a couple of good movies out that we both wanted to see. So
hey, Lady Ev. Good
Lady
to see
Ev.
you. Kind of see you.
The thing I really like about it and she's going through each thing kind of fast, but it's really a journal. It's really walking you through. So when it says on purpose, it's causing you to take action. It's causing you to be involved with it. So I really love it. And like she said, it's got a section that says plan. It has another section that says reflect. And is there something on this other one?
Nope, that's the next date.
So the plan is obviously to get things together so that you could do the date. Then the reflect, obviously, you're gonna go back and talk about, like, what it say? How do you feel after the date? What did we not like, and what did we like? See, I like that too, because now that gives us something to talk about, and I can learn about her based on what she felt about the date. Because you could go to a dinner, you could go to a special restaurant or something, and then it might be something she didn't like about that restaurant or something about the food. So it gives you a chance to talk about it. Even though I might have got full and was happy with the meal, I didn't know that she was upset about the way the waiter did such and such. Or
that would have been the case. But
you know what I'm saying?
In this case, like I have to share my feelings with you on, even though we have made date arrangements before and we said, okay, let's go to the movies, and we knew what we needed to get. But writing it down just made it feel more like we about to do this thing. and the fact that it was a little bit difficult, right? So usually I go online and I reserve the seats, paid for, being done, tickets come through the email, I send them the little copy just in case my phone go out, so we got backup, got to have contingency plans. But I couldn't reserve the seats online. So it was like getting tough. And then I couldn't see the movie we wanted to watch at the time we wanted to watch it, and it kept switching over to some other city, not North Las Vegas, you know.
But also, it was colliding.
Yeah, I'm at work.
Conflicting her job.
The movie start right at the time I get off work. So we made it work. At the end of the day, Reggie went to the place, got the movie tickets early.
I went the day before.
Earlier that day.
No, I went the day before.
Okay, it was the day of, earlier the day.
Early in the morning?
Yes.
I guess so. I guess she's right.
You said,
but I was planning on it. I was planning on going.
Because it was Tuesday, and you got the discount. It was even a better discount by going in person. Usually $6.50 online.
Well,
it was $5.
When I went in person, I just asked. I said, "Do they have a military discount?"
Bam.
So that's
even
why
better.
It was 13. But that's the same, right?
So what we didn't like was because of the timing, because it was a time 5:30, and it was a 9 o'clock. I got to go to work the next day. We ain't doing no 9 o'clock 3-hour show, right? So I got to do the 5:30, and I got to depend that the previews is going to take 30 minutes like they usually do, which they did. We had to meet there. So that was the part I kind of didn't like. It was, we like to ride together. So we met at the movies, which was kind of fun. When I thought about it, like, there go my baby car right there. There you go. He here. And he texts me, he like, I already got the popcorn and everything. So I just met him, So it turned out beautiful. I had a comfortable time. We had everything we needed because we planned, and it wasn't like a spur of the moment thing. It was a plan. And we enjoyed the movie, huh? You stayed awake, so it must have been good.
Yeah, I'm quick to crash if it's boring, or I'll be ready to get up out of there. I don't be playing.
Yeah. Yes.
Deandra.
Oh, go ahead. Hey.
Deandria, I see you. Kev, what's up, Kev? Man, I've been wondering if you were still in Vegas.
Yeah, so we are just talking about this book.
Date Night on Purpose.
Again, this is written by Conrad and Jennifer Deese, our own. I like to call them because they belong with us at Reignited Marriage. And so they had talked about this journal before, but now I have it in my hands, and we are witnesses, and we have a testimony, and just about the one date. But what I love, I'm sorry, I can go on and on. I'm all excited about this.
I just want you to take a breath.
You want me to calm down.
Slow down, because you on track saying what you're saying, but it sounds like you trying to hurry up. We ain't on no clock.
I'll get excited and I go real fast, so I'm thanking you for slowing me down. The thing that I really liked about this book is like, oh, now we got to plan our next date. So I turn the page. It's like, what we gonna do next? So I'm ready for that. Before this book, we think about it, but we're not intentional. We're not really thinking about, we're like something in the back of our mind while we're busy.
Don't really make a lot of plans based on like taking the time to write it down. We don't make plans talking to each other, you know, the location and the time, but not really breaking it down, like what you need to do to prepare.
Conversations we have is like, it'd be nice to do yada, 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 yada. You know, but this book is like, okay, who's planning the date? Where it's gonna be? What y'all gonna do? What you plan on doing? How much is it gonna cost? What are you gonna need to prepare? You know, so all of those things are okay. Well, let's do this. You know, let me go ahead and write some stuff down.
Yeah,
and so
you know what?
Oh, sorry.
I wonder if the one thing I was gonna ask if they're watching. If they're watching, like. I'm sure it was in the group before, but can we post that, like a link to get the book? Or,
right.
Actually.
Oh, it's got a QR code.
Yeah. I'm going to hold this up, y'all. I'll take a picture of this and post it in the thread because it does have a QR code. So if you want to, you can pause. No, we live, so you can't do it. But you can take a screenshot of the QR code. But I was just thinking that I know there's all sorts of things that you can purchase, books you can get, but when it's coming from your circle of people and we can support them, that's another way to support, right? Support our group, support the people that's in our group. I love that.
Because y'all doing big things out there. We do want to support. We want to know about it. We have another couple out there that helps would deal with life insurance. Yeah. And I forgot the name of that couple, but they get on here and help you with the insurance part. And so that's wonderful. And to be able to get some true knowledge or, you know, just somebody you could trust to talk about life insurance. So
check this out. I just thought about something. Now this is a little bit off course, but it's in the same vein. I'm not sure how many of you are here in North Las Vegas, and I don't know how many of you are aware that I work with a nonprofit called Forgotten Not Gone. And Forgotten Not Gone, they have these electric assist trikes, incumbent trikes. It's almost like you laying down. It's really comfortable.
Ooh, ab work.
And sometimes it can be work, but if you got the electric assist, you know, the purpose is so like the electric assist helps when a veteran like myself has an injury or a disability where you can't really pedal, so you have the electric assist. So I'm saying all of that to say this. I'm going to mention to Peter, Guidry, and Kelly, I'm going to mention possibly doing something where the Reignited marriage couples could come out and we do a ride, a night ride. Obviously, because it's so dang hot. But I think that'll be awesome because that's the one thing I was explaining to him before. I think they have 4 quads where to be partnered on the bike, you both pedal. I think that would be cool to have all of us do partners or quads. Now they have individual trikes as well, and we usually meet up at Craig Ranch, but we're getting a new building and everything, so I think that'll be really night riders. What? Watch out! Yeah, I'm serious. And we got lights and all that. It lights up and everything.
Actually, you bringing that up didn't take us off course. We were right on course because I was going to talk about how when we're planning for the next date, I was so excited about what's we're going to do next, and then to actually have a bucket list of the dates that you want to do. Like, is it with another couple or a couple couples, whatever it is? Is it, a weekend date, or do we want to take a weekend cruise or something like that? So I started writing out all this stuff, and I started looking up like how can I find out where these little dates are, like quick little dates. And I went to, what did I find? Viator, Viator.com, and Groupon, of course. We did a couple massage before. That was a date, so I want to do that again.
Got another one. So I'm going to do a couple of things, and that's part of this plan, right? It says, who's planning the date? Me, my spouse, both of us. I'm going to say both of us, but with the team's help, with everybody from Reignited, right? So the first thing I need to do is I have to contact Peter Guidry so that I could arrange to do this. But we all got to work on what day would be good, right? So we have a day that we do it. What happened?
So
I am going to dress.
No, wait. I just said we should all dress up, and so
we gotta
in the leather, all leather. Not in Vegas. Don't do it to us. So
boy,
you trying
he's trying to evaporate. He gonna show up and just disappear.
And I mean, they ride all year long though.
Yeah.
Through the winter, through it all.
Yeah, so. But we could do like a Saturday evening. Or a Saturday evening would probably be the best. But we'll talk about that. I'll post, part of the plan would
Sunday
be
evening.
Me posting questionnaires like a poll on what day, what time, and then...
Oh, wait. Maurice said cooking couples. Ooh.
Cooking couples?
Cooking couples. Cooking.
Oh, like do a couples night cooking type. That'd be dope too.
Maurice, you gonna do the cooking? No, I'm just
hey, I'm down to learn something. If we could get a real chef, is he a chef?
I don't know.
We get a real chef and we all copy what they're telling us to do to make it.
Is a chef. We need Where's Tanisha? We need her. To hook this up.
We could dress up, but yeah, I was saying it would be real cool to have like everybody come as in a theme, right? Maybe like we do sports. Thing. Maybe we do superheroes. Maybe it's all kinds of stuff. So we'll talk about that. Yeah. See, I'm getting excited right now.
Write there on a piece of paper right there.
I'm writing it on this one. I don't want to mess that up.
Okay, this
so Reignited marriage.
Do you have any other ideas of places that people can go to do research to find out? Like I was just trying to do research on a dinner cruise close by. And I didn't see anything. I saw a cruise at Lake Las Vegas, but they don't have dinner on the boat. It's just alcohol and a DJ. So if anybody know of any other type of cruise, and maybe I just wasn't looking in the right place. So if you want to post places that you go to do research to find out that kind of thing, places to eat that are fun, that are different, that might be different for somebody else anyway. Reggie and I went on the Stratosphere at the restaurant at the top for our anniversary. Yes, it's expensive. We would only be celebrating like a good anniversary. But that was delicious, and I would love to do that again. It rotates. I don't know who all have been there, but if you don't live in Vegas and you want to visit and you want to eat extravagantly, that's a place I recommend.
They be cooking for real, burnt all the way up. What?
Oh yeah, about? The all leather.
Okay, stop it. I was also thinking about this. And again, this will have to be something that we follow up on because I didn't know and don't know how many of you may be former, who are veterans. Because I have another opportunity. It's really for veterans where you could get tickets to an event, but they allow you to get more than one ticket. Like I was able to get tickets to the Erykah Badu concert, and I thought it was going to be one ticket when they told me that I was going to win the ticket. I thought it was one, so I was trying to figure out how to pay for the next one, blah, blah, blah. But then they gave me 4 tickets. So I got something for any other veterans. We could get together and plan it, looking at the tickets that's available. They have shows, they have restaurants, they have discounts for, like the light thing, the holiday light thing.
Oh, I don't know what it's called here, but
I don't either.
Back home it was fantasy.
So the
in
thing
park.
that they do out in Summerlin, they have at the ballpark. They do the Christmas lights and all of that. I can get passes for that, but I just need to talk with everybody that is interested, as well as if there's any other veterans that might be able to get additional tickets. So it's just stuff that I'm just getting excited about, making plans for us to start doing this group outings. You know what I mean? It's great to do individual, you and your wife definitely got to do that. But it's also fun for us to do group stuff because it interjects liveliness and more fun to me when you do the group.
Yeah. And I do want to go back when you say that. I'm thinking about how we were trying to plan the simple task of going to the movies. That's usually simple. It turned into like a little bit of work, but still sticking to it because we could have been like, oh, forget it. We can't get them online. Forget it. Oh, it's at 5:30.
I said I'll just go early. I'll just go up there early.
But, I was intentional at work too. Where I told them that I have to leave. I'm going to be at the clock at 5:29 p.m.
Hey, Sherry, first timer, huh? Welcome.
All right, welcome. I told my boss I was intentional. I'm letting y'all know that I got a date tonight, and I cannot be staying late. So I'm going to be at the clock like this with my about to swipe as soon as 5:30 hit. And so I got in the car. I didn't get no tickets. I didn't speed to get no tickets.
That's the thing, too, about what I really liked about it. I was excited that she won the book and that it was about date night. But when I saw the part that says on purpose, it just, it did something. It was like, see, because my favorite phrase is, or my favorite word is intentional. Be intentional.
Now, on purpose, can you do something on a weekly basis? Like make it like, okay, well, we usually would make Tuesdays our date night, but we'll skip. Like it's already about to be Tuesday. We haven't planned a thing. And I should have thought about it last week. Like, what we doing? But I got all big with my ideas. Like, oh, I would love to just take a weekend cruise or something like that, something I really wanted to do. But how about just keep it simple? We used to do stuff like just grab some sandwiches. Now, this is in California in the springtime. You could just go to the park. You could do that here in the springtime too, but with some sandwiches and some Uno cards or spades or whatever. Just me and you.
Just hanging out.
And a blanket.
That's the thing. Getting to know each other enough where that time together, whatever it is you're doing, but you're doing it together is always good. I know that every relationship isn't, always like that, and not everybody like going out, really. They got too much other stuff going on, but that's the point, that you hit the brakes and on purpose you go on a date so that you could take time out from all that other stuff that's distracting.
Because how many times do you plan, like sometimes I do this, I make sure all my clothes are clean for the week, for work.
Yeah, for work.
Lunch is packed, like I know what I'm going to bring. We got our little nutrition things that I get together for us both for the week. And so I'm making all these plans for work related stuff. How about for this marriage right here, related stuff, where at least one day out of the week we got to do something that if we just play cards on our table or something like that. The
other thing about it too, to me, right, when it's so many reasons to have, to be tired, to be distracted from your mate, to be mentally distracted because you got your job, you got You might be working in the church. You got your bowling league. You got all these things that we always, whatever it is, it could be anything. But we put so much attention on those things and don't even realize that it's constantly taking you away from the relationship that you should really be working on. And so being intentional, doing it on purpose where and I always say this too, you can't just all of a sudden every day it's going to be this or every week we're going to do that. But you could be intentional to say, starting now, once a month, we're going to do something. We're going to go on a date and we'll plan it. It could be a staycation date. You know, it don't have to be going somewhere, but you're being intentional to take your time to enjoy each other.
And even saving up for that date, so you're on a budget. This is one of the reasons why we went to the park. That's when we first got married, and we didn't have much money at all, and so we really couldn't do a date, and that's why we stuck to Tuesdays. I'm so glad Vegas does it too. Tuesdays at movies is a little bit cheaper, so that's the day we would go. Going to the park with some cheese and crackers or sandwiches or something and some cards, just enjoying each other's company. So, or saving. So just think of something that you want to do. How much will it cost to do it and save to get there so you can have that?
So that's kind of like where I was going right now too. So no, you're not going to be able to do this all the time. Some people might have the finances and could do anything, but then it's the time, right? Some people don't have the time, they got the money. Some people have the money, but how did I say that? Don't have the money, but got time.
You know what I mean.
Don't have time, but got the money. I mean, it's always something. So if you set a plan to say, like I said, once a month we're going to do something, and then you can set it up, well, every other month or once a year we're gonna do this. Like, this will be the bigger thing, right? Because movies is pretty simple, pretty easy to do. It's just based on like having the time, being off on time. She's not doing double shifts and all of that stuff, or then taking your time to plan that. So what you were talking about before about a bucket list. On the bucket list, I would put it like annual, once a month, and then, or once a week. I would put a list like that.
They have that actually in the back of the book.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, so in the back of the book, they have that. So it makes you think about it.
I didn't know about that. I'm on look.
So it says in the next 90 days, in the next year, in the next week.
See, I didn't know all that. It's up in here. So they got, I'd like to do this with you. And so they got in the next 90 days, in the next year, this week. That's pretty awesome. And then
there's some other bonus things in the back, so you got to get the book.
Oh, I want to read.
We ain't gonna read it all. You got to get your own book. But we gonna give you.
So we're gonna break this down though, because I like that. It says, if you want a firm FIRM foundation to build your marriage on, a relationship built on F, fondness, friendship, and fun. I like it. I, intimacy that continually grows. R, romance that keeps getting better. Hallelujah. M, memories to cherish and fuel your future. I love that.
Yes.
Date nights can help.
I remember them talking about firm when they were on a few months ago. And so they put it in this book.
That's why I wanted to say it too. I remember seeing, I don't know if they wrote it down or had something, but I know I wrote it down. I was taking notes to say FIRM. Yes. And that's why looking at the back of the book and seeing this, I'm like, man, I love this.
So yeah.
Love it.
So we won't keep you long. We just wanted to bring up this book and how it intentionally helped us to plan the next date. I'm excited about planning the next date. I'm gonna try to keep it simple because we've been doing too much and it's kind of hard to do the thing that I'm thinking,
Like I said, like it says, you plan something for 90 days out, you plan something for a year. And the thing is, like I said, sometimes you don't have the time. Like with DeReese working for the county, we already know what's getting ready to happen. Like there won't be the
any
time
dates for a year
to do it. So we gotta really take advantage of right now before the election season starts and start planning. But then we already know to say, okay, you'll get a break from the election stuff. Boom, what's the date? What's the time? And then we plan something around that. And then when it's over, like we know it's going to go all the way through 2024.
Ooh, I just thought of something.
All the way through 2024. So we got to plan something on the other side of 24 because of that.
Because of that, because of my work life and really not being able to have any time off until next July. What about sometimes I have those, I get Friday off or I get Saturday off this time. How about let's do something, let's plan something for those spur of the moments, like, oh shoot, all of a sudden I got a day off. I don't have to work today or something. Like it could be that quick.
Yeah, but those type of things you have to be. It's not as intentional. If you write a list down, of things
here are the things we
do,
can do at the spur of the moment, type of thing.
And then you could go grab the list, or you can make it fun. Put those spur of the moment things in a hat, and boom, pull it out.
Ooh, in a jar. I got jars.
Just make it fun, man. That's the one thing. I guess God put me in that mode really recently. Like before I was cool, but now it's like you got to enjoy life, man. You have to be intentional to have fun. You can't be stuck thinking about all the bad things that have happened or whatever, all the negative things. You got to bring the positive stuff on purpose, man. You got to do it.
And the thing about the book too, I'm just plugging this book,
hey,
is that it has you reflect on what you liked about it, what you didn't like. So you write down these memories and you have your book for the rest of your life, and you can go back and say, if you run out of days, go back and see what you did, and how did you like it? What would you do differently? And then you say, okay,
Sherry
this is what
said, I'm on it. Date night coming soon.
All right.
Hey, let's go. I don't know if you heard the part where I was saying we're going to try to plan something with Reignited marriage couples. If you're in Las Vegas, some of y'all I know are all over the country. But those of you that's here in Vegas, I'm going to be putting some information in the group about Forgotten Not Gone Veteran Trike Brigade, and we could do something with Reignited Marriage and have us all.
I don't know if this is backwards because we're doing this
they
mirror
see
thing.
it right.
So it's date night on purpose, and this is written
do y'all see
by
it right?
by Conrad. We'll post it in after this go live. But Conrad and Jennifer Deese wrote this book together.
Yeah, I usually try to download our video and then
Sherry's
flip
in Arizona. She's not too far.
Flip it so that you could see it right. But lately, I ain't been able to do it. The iPhone is a little different. Anyway, but Arizona, you out there burning up too, huh? My son is in Arizona. He's in what's the name of the town? Goodyear. They're near Goodyear, Arizona. But the thing about that too, like even in that going.
What places in Arizona? Because we just drove up to Arizona to see our son and new babies.
Yeah.
And we because that's like what? How long did that take? 4 hours.
4 hours.
4 hours for us to get to Arizona. What kind of things are out there? When we go again, we might want to, do something with ourselves.
Who's in California? I missed it. Tucson. Okay, that's the other side, but that's close to your
brother,
Bobby.
I don't know where. I don't even remember where he was.
I know we went past signs that said Tucson. I can't say he lives in Tucson, but
yeah. So again, I just want to ask for those of you who know of any search engines out there to help us
we'll
find,
post the question. I'm gonna do
to
a poll.
find dates. So if you do Groupon, great. I found Viator.com, Viator.com. So that was another place I went to find some cruises. But maybe there's some sites out there that you're aware of that we need to know so we can start our dating planning. So if you know of any, please post them in this post, or just on Reignited Marriage somewhere.
Yeah, it'll be good if you put it with this thread, but I will be doing a poll, so in there too we'll ask those type of questions. Another thing I like too, like with us, what we just went through this last, actually is, we got a little bit left into September. I think you still gonna be available.
I still got weekends until September, maybe.
So
depends.
what we decided to do because of her job, one of my sons had his second baby, and they're in Goodyear, Arizona. So we plan to drive out, get to see the baby, and visit them for the first time. Jennifer, come on in. I know you just getting on, but
we are talking about your book. We are just plugging this thing this whole 45 minutes that we've been on.
All good. We love it. We love it. And I think it's reigniting some things, like legit. It's making it where I started thinking of ways to make sure those of us that's here in Vegas together can all do some things together based on the date book.
Yes.
Date night.
Yeah. Yes. So thank you. I'm really excited. Reggie had to slow me down earlier because I was like,
yeah, you was acting like
thank you. Good night.
About to be 7 o'clock, and it was just 6:04. The other thing I was talking about was, like, because of her job, we had to make plans around it for the summer. Like, we went to see my son in Arizona. We had to go to LA to see our other grandbaby in LA. One of my twins is getting married in September, so we're gonna go to Texas. So it's like we got to do all of these things and make plans so that it'll fit within the time frame that she has time
available.
Because after that trip, I wanted to go to North Carolina, but I don't think we're gonna get to.
Got married and had a baby.
All these
God
grandbabies.
is good, just growing our family. So we're grateful.
So,
we need to see all these babies.
So using the date night attitude and breakdown concept, it's like we had to do it for the whole summer, right? And we're not done. Like this weekend, we going separate ways, man, because we got so much going on.
Yeah, let's stick to
togetherness, huh? But hey, your job kept
together. We're gonna be apart.
Hey, we representing each other. Both situations. Yeah, you might as well tell it.
I'm going to tell it because this is a blessing and it's an honor and a privilege. So we have been invited to baptism. So
separate baptisms.
Yeah, so one of our bestest friends for all of our lives is getting baptized Northern California. And then my daughter-in-law is getting baptized.
Conrad, I see you, man.
Same day. Hey, Conrad. Same day or same weekend in LA, so Southern California. So we decided we're gonna split this thing up. He's gonna go over there, and I'm gonna go over here. We representing Curries in the house.
I'm getting chills right now, so I gotta go in right here. So you talking about he's my best friend. I mean. All our lives, my mom was always telling us that what we do, we had a dance group, right? So, excuse me. I remember one time my mom came in the garage because we was practicing in the garage, and I had the music up real loud.
Take your time, baby.
We were practicing our dance routines, and my mom, she kind of flung the door open and was like mad because we had the music so loud. But she said something super funny, like, you know, you wouldn't expect her to say, "You need to be dancing for Jesus." You know? But she was mad that we were spending so much time practicing, right? But my mom used to tell us about God, and you know how I should be inviting them to church. And I remember Grady, you know, Grady would be receptive to it, but he wasn't into it. So
he's getting baptized.
Yeah.
On this weekend, and I wanted to be there so bad, and so but Reggie's gonna represent the both of us, and I'll be at my daughter-in-law's baptism on this weekend too. So
what's
anyway.
so awesome though is Grady and I had a falling out a few years ago. So when we got back together and started, you know, communicating and things like that, my mom passed, and I asked him to come. Even though we hadn't really been communicating that much. Thankfully, we started patching things up before it happened, but then when my mom passed, I was able to invite him. He showed up, and we had a moment. I had to leave out of the congregation real quick to get something and come back. And Grady was in the lobby, and that's when he asked me. He said, "Can you help me get baptized?" So, I mean, man, I don't know how we got here, but God knows. God knows. It's a purpose for that, right? It's a purpose for everything. We prayed and said, "God, get us out the way so that you could let them hear what you want them to hear." Yes, he wanted y'all to hear about date night and having fun, but he also wanted y'all to hear the relationship building that you have to do. And it takes relationship to have this type of feeling. You could have a friend that you get in a fight with, argument with, and never want to see their face again, right? But I was dying to see my brother again. And for him to ask me that, to help him get baptized, I was like, bro, I'm with you. So, you know, he lives in San Jose, California. I reached out to some churches. I reached out to a couple of ministers, gave his phone number out, all of that. And, you know, for a minute, you kind of forget about it and all of that. But he sent me a flyer and said, "Can you make it?" So that's why we're going to be going separate ways. Her daughter-in-law is getting baptized in LA, and my best friend is getting baptized in San Jose.
And what an honor and a privilege to be invited to that.
Right.
That to have that relationship with my daughter-in-law. She calls me mom. If she asked me if she could call me mom, I was like, it would be an honor and a privilege for you to call me that, you know. So I felt so grateful that she would even think of me to call me mom, and then to invite me to her baptism is the greatest honor.
Conrad, that's so real, man. I'm legit. These are tears of joy, and I can't say it enough that I'm so excited. That's why I'm breaking down, because my mom really had an impact on us. Like, all my friends that came to my house, they heard about God, and my mom was not playing. You know, you ain't gonna come over here, eat our food, and hang out and not hear about Jesus. You gonna hear about Jesus. And
you gonna learn today.
Like you said about the privilege, right? So when I was talking about relationship building, if you're not living right and you trying to tell somebody how to do right, man, it'll come back in your face.
People see you.
You
People
will
start watching.
You will get that back. Believe me. So when you living right and the people change their lives and they want you involved, they reach out to you because they think that you're doing something right, man.
Yeah.
It ain't about me, but I'm so thankful that God did what he did through us.
It's an honor for somebody that to live with you for a year and a half every day, and to say, I don't never see y'all argue. You know, I don't never see. Now we get mad at each other. I don't have to yell. You know, we got our issues and stuff, but we don't have no issues like that.
Yeah, we ain't got time for that no more.
We just got that regular stuff. You know, like, okay, I'm mad at you. You know, you didn't have to say that like that. You know, I ain't talking to you right now. Yeah. And then we all right again. You know.
Yeah, Jennifer, you hit it on the head. My mom was a praying warrior. Like, I think I learned how to talk to God from her. Like, literally not taking it where you got to be all conduct yourself a certain way. No, I'm talking to him like he my daddy. You know what I mean? And my mom used to do that. And she impressed upon me to pray. Like, it'll be different when somebody say, you should pray about it. You should pray about it. But when she grab your hand and tell you, pray this prayer. And it'd be so simple. And you'd be like, as a kid, when you don't understand the dynamics of God, oh, man.
Don't let me get started on Mama now.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if I told y'all this story, but I'm just going to give Mama a shout out.
I'm going to beat the bus.
So not only would she help you pray, but she would pray for you. I walked in the house one day. I was, like this lady at my job is like, ooh, Lord, help me. So I went to Mama. I said, Mama, you got to pray for me, for this lady on my job. I don't know what I'm going to do. So Mama started praying. And the next thing I know, the next day, that lady was removed from the premises.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And so I was like, ooh, Mama's prayers be getting through like that quick. Like,
God is so good, Mike, man. It's like I said, the one thing is you have to surrender everything to him. And then 2, you have to be obedient to the Spirit when it comes. Like, I was not planning to talk about this, but I also said yes to God's will. So he wanted somebody to hear this. And it's good, too. It's also giving me that cry cleanse, when you cry and you clean out. And, like, I'm so thankful that I could be happy about my mom. I'm not sitting here, whoa, it's me, I'm crying because I'm laughing. I'm crying because it was so awesome to have that kind of connection, and that she had that kind of connection with my friends. Actually, she had that kind of connection with my wife, and she has that same thing with my children. And so I know a lot of people are sad in it, but I'm so overjoyed because I understand,
Amen, brother.
I understand where my mom is.
Yeah.
I understand why God gave her the time she had with us so that this could be happening, this kind of joy that I got. Man.
Well.
So, I'm going to make sure, y'all, that I do this poll afterwards. And it's really going to be asking questions about date night options, different things we could do. But it's also going to have some detailed questions where I need to know who else is a veteran. I need to know, who's all willing to do the trike ride. And then also I think Jennifer added a link. Oh. We'll go back and get that link. But, I'll add that stuff. And so let's do some date night planning, Jennifer, as a team.
Can you also post the link so everyone could go get this book?
Yeah, I think
ASAP?
She posted it, actually.
Okay. All right, good.
I think she did.
Thank you.
That'll work. And we really appreciate this. See, this type of thing right here, especially for the fact that it's within our group. I really love that. When somebody say, you could call so-and-so or you could go to their website and all that, it's cool. But if I say you could go to Doris's website or you can go to
www.
Yeah, and it's our group. I love that
Yeah.
because that'll help us internally as a group. Internal help. We got it
And
right
it's
here.
good help.
We have great ministers, great pastors.
Yes.
Great support right here in this group, and if we use this thing right, if we put it in God's hand and allow Him to give it back to us, this could be uplifting for the world, not just these individuals that's here now. But I said it before. I said this when we first started. This could be something that's global, because every marriage needs this type of support. And I said it before, and I really do believe one of these days we're going to be, if not all of us, some of us is going to be across the water, doing Reignited Marriage. There you go, Ev. I see you.
All right. So
What
Lady
it
Ev
say?
just put making
It by
Making
LadyEv.com. Watch out!
Bam! Go grab that. Copy, post, put it in the URL.
That's what I'm talking about, y'all. We got some
Just
bad
click on the
people up in here. We got some bad people up in here. Bad meaning good.
Blessed.
But thank you all for spending this time with us. For those of you that didn't get to see it all, go back to the beginning. We really appreciate y'all. I'm so thankful that I could just be me. I could be me. And I feel that way in your presence.
We wouldn't be doing this if we couldn't be ourselves.
When I'm actually around you all, I feel that way. And I thank God for it. Until we meet again, God, we thank you. We thank you for your presence. We thank you for your strength, your power, your mercy, your grace, God. We thank you for your kindness, God, because you've just bestowed so much on us, God. And you took care of us thus far. And I ask that you continue to watch over each and every one of us, God. You reach down and touch each and every couple, God, individually and together, God, that they might be able to come together and love on one another and strengthen each other in positive, loving fashion, God. And I know that this whole idea of marriage is your idea, and I thank you for it. God, I ask that you do all that you plan to do for us, God. Move us all out the way so that your will could be done, God. I ask all these things in the mighty name of Jesus. Amen and amen. I love you, Lord. Thank you.
We love you all. Thank you. Have a wonderful evening. Don't forget, get the book.
Go get a book. She acting like I'm finna turn the power. All right, y'all. We love y'all, and God bless. Talk to you guys soon.